I've covered the pro wrestling beat here for a couple years now. I was at the ROH shows here in Chicago where the Bucks and the Elite would take the microphone, and they really didn't like you guys, and they were really stirring the pot constantly for a couple years there with you. What has it been like for you to watch them go out there and get to stir that pot and not really fully been able to engage them as far as what they've been saying about you?
I think that the perception is that we've been friends with these guys for years, and we were okay with them doing that. And we've had discussions with them, and we've had discussions with Cody as well. When they first started the whole FTR thing, that really didn't bother us. You know, they're trying to make a name for a couple of guys who are carrying tag team wrestling now. For so long, they carried tag team wrestling. I'll give them that. But then here comes two 5'10" North Carolinians who don't have to go out there and do two sweets and super kicks and all the nostalgia stuff. We go out there and we work, and we got and we grabbed the audience's attention. And I think they got a little jealous of that, and that's okay. We've had, like I said, we've had discussions about that. But the thing that really bothered us was one time Cody was on Sam Roberts' podcast, and Sam Roberts said, "Who do you honestly think is the best tag team, FTR or the Young Bucks?" Of course, he called us by our former name. And Cody said, the Young Bucks. He said, because FTR has to practice their matches for weeks. And that one got me really, really, really pissed off, because he's trying to take a dump on our legacy. He's trying to cheapen what we worked so hard for. I have never, in over 15 plus years in this glorious business, have I ever practiced a wrestling match. And Cody and the Young Bucks say that we were practicing for weeks. That was a little too much for me. So the FTR thing, whatever, but I don't try to discredit our legacy.
Yeah, that was one of those things where I think if I remember correctly, date-wise, he did that right after TakeOver Toronto, because he knew that was the best tag match that has happened probably in the past 15 to 20 years. And I think that they were very upset about that because it didn't involve the Young Bucks. And he tried to discredit us for that and try to get us less credit than we deserved. And he said we practiced it for weeks, blah, 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 months, whatever. But Dax wasn't cleared to wrestle from TakeOver Brooklyn to TakeOver Toronto. He had his knee scoped to get some like loose cartilage out of there and some bone chips. So he wasn't cleared until the Thursday before Toronto. We didn't have any idea. We had zero clue what we were going to be doing until that Saturday. And I've told this story recently, but actually I don't think I have. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. They initially wanted the 2 out of 3 falls to be 2 straight falls DIY. And we had to fight and scratch and claw and beg to get it to be what it ended up being.
2 straight falls for old boys.
Yeah. So to tell us that we knew what was going to happen months prior is an insult, and it pisses me off to this day. And Cody knows that because we've told him.